I'll come back. 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 I'll come back.
Oh fuck! Oh no!
I told you you're starting us off.
Uh, Okay. Are we airing right now?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Okay. Okay. No pressure. Fine. I guess I will lead us, brave men into the trenches. So,
We're all
hi, gentle viewer. We are the Barcast, where the bar gets lower every day, and with me leading today, can't get any lower. And I am Enigma. I wrote that one fic. You know the one.
Dear God.
Flam, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, and so far you're doing well.
Fuck you. Milk,
Good job, Enigma.
Rav,
I have said enough.
and our wonderful guest, Semillion.
What's up? I'm Semillion, and I write Student Six Figs.
Awesome. That's what Priest says, right? He says awesome at the end of everything. Well, we are a community. No, wait, where the fuck am I going with this? I have missed so much of the cast. You guys just threw me as some. So we're gonna ask our guest, Semillion, questions that you guess viewers leave here. So, for Semillion,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell us who you are and what you're about?
I already did. I'm Semillion, and I write Student Six Figs. I've been on film fiction literally since 2012. I haven't been writing since 2012. I started writing for film fiction, I think, like 2-3 years ago, and yeah, I guess people kind of like my stuff, and now I'm here.
So you're a member of the old guard. You were there. You remember when film fiction had banners.
Oh yeah. I read My Little Dashie on Google Docs.
Yo, on Google Docs. Holy fuck.
Way to steal my youth, man. You're just.
Oh, I was 12. It was nuts.
All right. So since you did a good job telling us who you are, and I still can't remember your name despite you saying it 3 times.
It's all right.
Smell
Just
you later.
improvise.
Okay, so we're gonna start our questions, our list of questions here, starting with my.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The usual questions that we ask everyone.
Oh, right. Okay. So
We asked them we did the first one, which was who are you and what do you do in the fandom. Now, the next one and the most controversial one.
what does your daddy do?
My daddy?
See, you're natural at this.
Yes. What does your daddy do? Who?
That's not the question.
Which one?
Which daddy does your? Which daddy does your daddy do?
Which daddy do you do?
Next question.
All right, so we're gonna start with the most. We're gonna start with the
Did you
most.
get into the fandom?
Oh, okay. So Flam is leading. Okay, way to take the mic here, Flam.
It was a Christmas morning, and I was on YouTube. I was 12 years old, and I came across a YouTube upload of Art of the Dress, and I watched that whole episode, and I thought it was fucking hilarious that I was watching a My Little Pony episode, and by the end of the episode, I was like, this is kind of good. And then I discovered Equestria Daily, and my life was ruined.
So basically, you were there, and you were like, this video is hilarious. Wouldn't it be more funny if I sat down and watched the entire show? Wouldn't that be hilarious, guys?
Now, wouldn't it be even funnier if I wrote things? Fuck.
All right. So that's an interesting. I thought you were gonna start by saying it was a dark and stormy night.
We have a lot of those where I live.
In Transylvania.
In
So,
Transylvania.
Yes. So the next question, and
Best,
this is
best
a
pony.
yeah, that's where I was going. You
Just making-
troglodyte.
Just make. You
It's
know,
a hard
So-
one.
you've earned yourself another episode of Downton Alley.
Well,
Abby.
you've earned yourself another league match with me. So we're gonna
How
we're gonna
dare
get
you.
them. We're gonna go with the most controversial question that makes or
Mhm.
breaks friendships, mostly breaks, and that is, who is best pony?
That's a question as old as time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna finish my glass.
Well, hopefully it's a pony that fucks.
I'm gonna go with an old classic, Miss Pinkamena Diane Pie.
Ah, yes. Okay, good. You, sir, have taste. Why? Show your homework.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? The
Gun-
show isn't
gun to
really
your-
the show without her. I mean, I know Twilight's the protagonist, and I would never disrespect her, but I think Pinky and how polarizing she is, and how annoying she can get, and how like funny she can get, and how good her songs are, is just kind of the heart of the entire show, and thus the fandom. I think her keeping it real with like knowing that she's in a cartoon, that there's wacky shit going on, and oh shit, what I had in my head sounded so much cooler, but you know what, I just love her.
That, and she smells like Trident bubblegum.
Oh, that's a great, that's good.
What, none of you have thought what they smelled like?
I figured like
Guys?
strawberries.
I assumed they smelled like a horse.
They can't smell like horses, they're ponies.
Yeah. Yeah, milk.
Tomato.
Are you telling me your bird OC smells like a bird?
Yes, a very gay fucking bird. I mean, what else is it supposed to smell like?
What does the scent of gay smell like?
Semen and alcohol.
Yes, there you go. I was struggling to think of anything.
Well, that's one hell of a combination.
All right, if those were the two initial questions out of the way, flam. Then I will start with our guest question, our viewer questions.
Yes.
Yes. So, starting with Micah, and they, from what I'm seeing here, they're a fan of yours.
What's up, Micah?
The first question is: the Young Six was perhaps the newest addition to the MLPG4 show. What characters would you have written about had the Young Six not existed?
That's a really good question. I don't think I would have. I started writing specifically because I felt bad for the Young Six, because they got added in really late, and I knew they wouldn't have that like gestation time for like the fandom to like mull them over and then decide that they like them. Like I remember when Cadence came out, and like all those fuckers were like, "Oh, Cadence is such a basic bitch," and then 3 years later, like someone on 4chan decided that she liked pizza, and overnight almost it was like everyone loved Cadence, and I knew that the Student Six weren't gonna get that like arc, the arc that every single pony in the show gets, and I felt bad for them, and I thought that as like a proxy to like where the main six started off in the show, but like having the emotional growth of the other 7 seasons before that. I thought they were a nice like addition, and I thought that they got a lot of unnecessary hate, and so I felt bad for them, and I wanted to make them. I wanted to show people what I really saw in them, so that's why I started writing. I think without them, I would never have written any pony fics, because I would have just been happy reading the millions of different other stuff for all the other characters that are out right now.
So what I'm taking from this is that Cadence is a bland and boring character until she got a job delivering pizza.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2 from Micah. How big is a semi-yawn? How big is a semi-yawn compared to a full yawn? Is that what happens when you wake up from a nap versus a full night's sleep?
I'd say no on that. Like, I think a semi yawn is like if you keep your eyes open. Like, you know, if you're like tired, you probably need a nap. You're talking to someone, you like just open your mouth a little bit and yawn. I think that's a semi yawn. If the yawn makes you stretch or close your eyes, that's a full yawn.
If your cheeks puff out while you're yawning, that's just a ghost, secret in there.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What is the acronym for WAD? Rap song coming out on Spotify. What is WAD? What is this?
They're referring to the song WAP, which is an acronym for Wet Ass Pussy. And my most recent story is about Dragon Pussy. It's called Josie. And the song's coming out when someone wants to make it and gives me money.
I'm intrigued. What's this about Drusy?
Drusy. There's a tweet that was like, my house be smelling like, and then it was a picture of a candle. It was like just a normal pillar candle, except on the label, just in all caps, it said Dragon Pussy.
I know about this candle. It's a real thing too.
It is. They restocked yesterday and sold out in like, I think like 15 minutes.
Oh Jesus.
Everyone wants that Dragon Pussy. And fucking one of my friends showed that tweet to me and was like, what if Ocellus bought this? Because he knows that I really ship Ocellus and Smolder really hard.
Yeah.
And he was like, what if Ocellus bought this? And I just conceived of a story like right then and there. I was like, I'm gonna write that, and then I did, and then I released it.
Don't bugs like to hover around bright objects when she hover around the candle Drissy?
True, that's true. She'd end up hurting herself. You got to keep her away from candles. Any changelings.
I imagine they're very flammable, and if they even so much as touch an ember, the rest of them just burns up.
No, yeah, their wings look really high maintenance, just full like Icarus, just like just in danger of burning at all times.
Imagine if they break them. But moving on. Last question for Micah. Would you rather hug Ocellus or slap Chrysalis?
I like Chrysalis, so I would rather hug Ocellus, definitely. I love her.
Yeah, I do like Ocellus, but I feel like slapping Chrysalis would be like slapping a cheese grater. You just hurt your hand.
Yeah, she looks bumpy.
That's a way to describe her.
Wouldn't it be the opposite of bumpy?
She looks rough. Like shark skin, you know, is like kind of smooth but not smooth.
Oh, you're talking about the texture of her carrot.
Of her chitin, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that actually.
It's like every 90s rap music video.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough for Micah. Moving on to Muggany, who has a fucking orgy of questions here.
Oh God.
Number 1, describe what your version of a good idea is.
Good idea. Yeah, I think a good idea is just anything that provokes me. It really bothers me when people come up with like dumb premises and they're like, wouldn't that be such a bad story? Like if they're like, oh, you know, what if like I wrote a story about a sheep who became a crack dealer? Wouldn't that be dumb? And I'm like, no, because if you found a way to make that good, then that's like the best story ever fucking made. So a good idea is just anything that you think you can write well, even if it's stupid. I think the more stupid the initial idea, if you make it good, it'll be way more unique. That'll make you money.
So the moral of the lesson, kids, is get good at writing. Just get good.
Yeah.
Number 2. Who has the bigger cock? Gallus or Sandbar? We're talking canon, not headcanon.
I don't know who would say Gallus. It's Sambar. He's a horse. He's got a horse dick.
Yeah, but has anyone... Okay, Pencil isn't here, so she can't vouch for, the genitalia of the animal kingdom for us right now. But I don't know, how big is lions?
Smaller than you would think.
Yeah, they look kind of weird.
It's a cat also, so wouldn't it be barbed?
Yeah. But he's also a cartoon, so like maybe there's a little leeway there. Maybe it'd be like it'd look and feel okay. But it definitely would not be bigger than any ponies.
Oh god, that I just have a terrible idea. I'm wondering
Maybe
if this has been written or not.
maybe they all just have the same size. What if all of the dicks in Equestria are all the exact same? Doesn't matter on the body.
Ooh.
Okay, so hear me out. All right, there's say like they're aged up and whatever, and all of them are either going through heat or whatever. They decide, what, after a long time, they're just gonna have an orgy amongst friends, right? Nothing that hasn't been done before, like the main 6. So, but there's a twist on it. All their genitalia is inspired by their respective animal kingdoms, so no one knows how the fuck anything works amongst each other.
I think that's been done.
Has it actually been done? If it is, I'm impressed.
I feel like I've seen that.
Okay, so this makes me think about male changelings. Have you ever seen what a bee's dick looks like?
They have dicks?
A bee, the insect.
Bees have dicks.
They do, and they flick out like switch knives, and they make a popping noise that's audible.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because so when they use their dicks to mate, they explode, like literally explode.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah, and you could hear the popping.
This makes me think that male changelings can only get a boner once, and then they die afterwards.
That would suck.
You just hear like a pop. One of them has a stiffy, and then they fall over to their side.
Fuck. Rest in peace. That's a great last act, though. There's few things that I think I would rather do before I died than just like get a boner and then just immediately pass out and dead.
It's you don't even get to use it. You just have the boner and die.
That's kind of cool. Whoever gets to discover your corpse is like kind of funny.
Number 3 from Muggany. Favorite non-student 6 / non-pony character from LLP. That's right, bitch. I expect you to think.
It's very funny that he thinks that's gonna make me think, because it's Gabby. I love Gabby.
I also love Gabby. What the fuck are you doing?
It's obviously Gabby.
Get off my wavelength. So far, you and me have connecting so much. Right now, get off. I don't like it. But yeah, Gabby's great.
She's the best.
She's the best. The best Griffin. Just the best. But why don't you explain why she's great?
She just is awesome. I don't know. I don't have much rational explanations. I just think that she's really great, and she makes me smile. She's very cute, and she's a Griffin, and she's playing against type, and she's just fucking awesome. In her episode, it's like proven that she's just good at everything. She's so good that if she were a pony, like, she wouldn't be able to get a cutie mark because she'd have no special talent, because everything she does is special.
I thought you were going to say she's so good that she managed to rip Spike away from that thought.
That too. Broke his fucking simp glasses.
Yeah, she did. Number 4. Do you have any creative writing? Do you have any creative hobbies besides writing?
I do not. I love writing, and so I write a lot.
Same. Number 5. Number 5. Okay, so forgive me if I sound pretentious or pedantic, but a key issue I have with most drama fics on fanfiction has to do with how the characters feel like vessels for the author to say whatever they want to say without further exploring their intentions or motivations, and to reiterate this theme that feels hollow because it offers no solution. Jesus Christ, that needed a comma and a couple periods. What I love about your work is every character clearly has their own stream of consciousness going on, while the story around them is written to reflect how they behave. My question for you is, how much of yourself do you put in your writing? Are you more interested in writing about yourself, or putting the characters in a scenario where they have an opportunity to reflect? Is it a mixture of both?
It's definitely a mixture of both. I think fuck. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I think fuck also.
I think that, well, obviously when you write a story, you're saying what you want to say. So I think it's like that's questions going about it kind of the wrong way. Is like it's about being obvious with what you're trying to say, right? And I think that yeah,
I want to say that these two characters get together and they fuck. That's what I want to
exactly.
say.
Well, sometimes you can. Sometimes it's like, you know, they like walk into a coffee shop and it's like they're fucking on the floor, and it's like, okay, I get why this fic is happening. Kind of takes you out. But if you, I don't know, I would say I put with every character I write and I try and find something, one thing at least that I can relate to, and if that's the only thing, then I turn it way the fuck up. Um, Ocellus is like one of my favorite characters to write, but I don't relate too much to how much of a giant fucking nerd she is. So the way that I write her is in the vein of there's a moment in one of the episodes where she bursts out laughing after Smolder admits to liking cute stuff, and I was like, okay, so she is like she's kind of spunky, like she's not Fluttershy too.
Electric Boobaloo.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you have to find something. If you're writing this character, you should like them, or you know, be interested in them as far as like furthering the plot. But there should always be a human element there that, like, you know, you relate to. And I think finding that is definitely the key to making things not obvious, because you'll never be out of character if you just write, if you just have sympathy for every character you write.
I agree. She's a nerd with an OnlyFans account and has many simps. You are correct.
Exactly. Yeah, she's a
You guys
21st
do
century
remember
girl.
that Twitch has a thing against that word, right?
What? Wait,
Yeah.
which one?
Does it?
SIMPS. You cannot actually say that word on Twitch. It will have us.
You
It'll
mean
get us in trouble.
I did not know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a banned word.
Yeah, people were making fun of people who did exactly like what that word suggests, and it hurt people's fifis. So,
Oh
Yep.
my god, I did
Yeah.
not.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that either.
Nothing. The little weaklings get all pissed off that they're getting called a name, so they gotta ban the name.
exactly.
Jeez.
So we're not that huge where it'll be to have a huge audience, but yeah, just keep that in mind.
Gotcha.
Use
That's
a different
nuts.
word.
We're not big enough. We're not big enough to recover from that either.
Here,
So
call them chumps instead.
Yes.
Exactly. I can think of a few synonyms.
Yeah.
I'll pull up thesaurus. I'll pull up thesaurus.com.
I thought I used antonyms.
Or just call them simpletons, like it was supposed to be anyway.
So number 6.
Jeez.
Goddamn Muggany.
He has like 9 in total. What's the last story of any form of media that really got you to think about yourself?
About myself. I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once a few weeks ago, and that's really good. I think it's just it's one, is a good multiverse story, but two, it's like, I don't know, there are a lot of things in it that spoke to me and made me think about society in a way that like wasn't totally cringy. So I'll say that Everything Everywhere All at Once, directed by Daniels.
Daniels. Number 7. What advice can you give for writing a good character-driven story?
Oh my god. I'll just relay my last answer from question 5. Is like the character is you, but is also the character, and I think harmonizing, the sense of self with the machine of the character that you're using to deploy your message is very key for a character driven story. I think having having a character have a good arc, like thinking about the character as like in one stage and like really resisting what you're doing to them and taking them to that ending and having them change, I think is will always make a really good character driven story no matter what it is.
Awesome. Number 8. Orgy with the Teletubbies or BDSM party with the Wiggles?
Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't think the Teletubbies are of legal age of consent, so I'm gonna go with the Wiggles because the Wiggles are like pretty hot. They have like single parent energy, each of them. So I definitely go with the Wiggles. They have some tension to get out, and I think a BDSM party with them would be a really great time.
Yes, please toss my fruit salad. Yummy, yummy.
Exactly.
There's also a problem with the Teletubby one because do you really want to do anything while the sun with the face of a baby is looking down at you?
Yeah, that's fucking freaky.
I mean, the vacuum you might be able to do stuff with, but
If I'm in the Teletubbies
The
universe,
fact
I'm
that
eating
you
that
even
like weird
know
cookie
these
that they make.
characters is creepy in itself, Enigma.
I really wanted to eat tubby custard when I was a kid. All right.
I mean, it's pretty well known, Rav. I mean, hell, Poe himself has an entire country dedicated to him, Poland. Yeah, you probably feel pretty stupid now, don't you?
No, not really. Very relieved that I know nothing about this.
Number 9, and thankfully the last one, aside from our personal one. How your day?
My day good. My day good. I woke up, played a bit of Guild Wars 2, drank half a bottle of wine, and now I'm here. So it's doing great.
But when are we gonna play League later?
Fuck. I uninstalled League in 10th grade, and I said never again, and I think I meant that.
You escaped.
That's a good response.
Optional question, because I've already written a lie here. I want to write a story in your style. Can you give me any ideas?
You know what? If they buff Sona and she's fucking nuts, hit me up.
Actually,
Actually based.
Implying that the support meta will ever be a thing again.
If they get rid of Sona 2 and then buff Sona, then I'm good for that.
I do support meta all the time.
This is why you suck, Enigma.
You haven't played with me in forever, and the last time we played, I got a pentakill, and you were saying, "Oh, go get him, Enigma."
You were playing ADC at the time anyway, so that's like the only thing that matters. You weren't being a support.
RK Striker JK5 says, "What's your favorite non-MLP franchise?"
Beastars. The Netflix show is not very good. But I think the manga is like really superb, and I think it's just good. So I like Beastars because I'm a furry.
Very
disgusting.
Based.
Yeah, Japanese Zootopia was okay.
Yeah.
It was still better than the other one.
What was the other one?
What's the other one?
You're talking Beastars. I mean Be an Angel. Sorry,
BNA, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were
getting D and Angel and BNA mixed up.
I thought you were gonna say Beast Wars.
No, I mean Beast Wars is better than both. Let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, isn't furry anime the next meta for like people watching TV?
It fucking better be.
Number 2. Have you ever done anything for a non-MLP franchise? I feel like we've gone through this question already.
Yeah, I've done Zootopia stuff. I've done Japanese Zootopia stuff, aka Beastars, and yeah, I have. Is the question? Is the answer? I mean, I'm drunk.
So you drew Judy and Nick going at it.
I wish I could draw. I wrote Judy and Nick going at it.
Just as good.
Mm.
Next person is Miller Minus.
Oh, good old Miller.
Question number 1 is, what story of yours are you the most proud of?
You know, I'd say Never Seen, which is kind of my like tribute to like all the like gigantic grimdark fics that kept me company in 10th grade. Yeah, because I just reached like 80,000 words on it, I think. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm not even past the second act yet. So it's gonna be nutty. Other than that, I think Stay a Little Longer is really good. Of mine, I wrote that in like a single night. It was like a Celis Smolder kind of chippy thing. It was the first time I tried writing first person on film fiction. I was worried about how it would turn out, but people really liked it, and I have a good memory of receiving all the positivity from that. So I'll say that Stay a Little Longer for my final answer.
Survey says number 2. Can you please stop sending me pictures of your genitalia at 3 in the morning every single night? My phone keeps waking me up and I can't figure out how to turn off the notifications off.
No, absolutely not. Are you kidding me? You're gonna have to get a restraining order.
Number 3. What sort of non-MLP fan fiction are you working on? What sort of non-fan fiction? We've gone over this already.
We have gone over that. Non-fan fiction. I just graduated with a BFA in creative writing. So congrats to me. So I'm trying to sell short stories and stuff, but unfortunately, I want to keep my fandom life online and my professional life very separate. So yes. I'm working on both of those things.
Number 4. Have you ever had a dream? Have you ever had a dream that you could you want what's you could do any what you want him to do to you so much you could do anything?
Yes.
Number 5. Favorite bird? Favorite bird?
Are we talking about like a real bird or like a fake?
Favorite bird.
Favorite bird? I really like the American kestrel.
I really like the harpy eagle.
I love the harpy eagle. That would have been my second choice.
What even is this question about? Like, is there context to what your favorite bird is?
Favorite bird, Milk. It says right there on the tin. Favorite bird.
I can read that it says favorite bird, but what's the fucking context?
Miller loves birds. I know. Bird. It's bird time.
Just bird up.
Bird up.
Bird up. Do 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 do.
Number 6. What was the most useful / game-changing piece of writing advice you have ever received?
Yeah, there's an episode of the podcast Script Notes, which is hosted by Craig Mazin, who show ran Chernobyl, and John August, who did Big Fish, which I believe is Tim Burton's only good movie. And
Oh God, I need a drink for that one. Ooh. Go on.
And
Please
I haven't
explain to
seen
us why
it,
you're
for the
wrong.
record. I haven't seen it, so I'm going off what other people have said about Tim Burton.
Honestly, it was good, but it was an interesting movie.
Fascinating.
Is all I'll put out there. But man, that was one you just glossed right over that with no fucking emotion. I tip my one legend to another. I tip my hat to you.
And there's an episode of that podcast where it's just Craig Mazin, and he's talking about how to write a movie. He takes you through like all the thought processes behind outlining one movie script. And he kind of talks about how like the 3 act structure that everyone's used to is like it's good for analysis, but like not for building something from the ground up. And it gets into a bunch of abstract stuff, like the Hegelian dialectic being the main thing. But like the most important thing is like thinking about a story as something that you, the writer, are putting a character through, and kind of like you're like a really cruel god, like putting in all these like wacky situations in order to transmute your character from one state of being to another. And I think that listening to that podcast, it's just called How to Write a Movie. Script Notes, How to Write a Movie. You can find it on YouTube. Listening to that has changed a lot of how I think about story. Like in regards to like just like being an active participant in your writing, as opposed to like, oh, like fucking it's the first act. I have to make sure that Fluttershy blushes when she sees Rarity walk into her home so that the viewer knows that they're gonna fuck. It's more like, like what's the worst situation for Fluttershy, who has a crush on Rarity, to be put into right now? And just
Man,
thinking about it like that is like it's so much better.
I have to make sure that I put plenty of glue on the pickle jar, so when she invites Rarity over to open it, it leads to them fucking.
Exactly. They're gonna, some pickles are gonna go into holes, and it's gonna be on number 1 on the featured box.
They started off with cucumbers, and by the end of this, they're gonna have pickles. Number 7. On second thought, can you disregard question 2, please? Which
I already did.
Okay. Bird can go down. Jack a few trades asks, what's the best extra punicular species in MLP? What the fuck does that mean?
Just non-pony. And I would say changelings. I love changelings. I like bug. I like them when they're evil, and I like them when they look like Skittles. I like them both. I think they're very funny, and I think that there's good dramatic stuff, and there's good they're just very cute. So I think they fit very well um into the world and into the show. And yeah.
It sounded for a second there like you were going to go into a Dr. Seuss rhyme. I liked them when they were little. I liked them when they were Skittles.
Oh, I wish.
I like the Kierans. Kierans are pretty good.
Oh, I love the Kierans. Love the Kierans. I like all of them. I like that. There's not many. Oh, I fucking hate the Breezies. Holy shit.
Oh, I forgot about the Breezes. I'm glad they're
do
extinct
too.
now.
I took a few of my buddies watched the show for the first time, and I was like guiding them through it, and we got to the Breezies, and I was like, when was this what how did I forget about this? And then we watched the episode, and I remembered exactly why I forgot about it, is because it's better not thinking about it.
I'm glad their species died out.
Well, just remember, if they're dead, so are your dragon tits.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Number 2. Best ship. I know your answer, but feel free to gush.
He wants me to say Smallcellus because I love Smallcellus. I think they're very cute. I like a good opposites attract kind of deal.
She's a jock who likes to wear a cheerleader's outfit.
Yeah, it's so good. It's very spicy. But for best ship, like capital B best, I love Rarepai. I think it's so cool. And I think that whenever I see it out in the wild and it's done very well, it's incredible. I think it's a really wacky pairing, and without being necessarily like a classic like opposites attract thing. Like she's a jock, she's a nerd. It's Rarity, the like type A girl, and like Pinkie Pie, who is on cocaine 24/7. And I think that when you put them together and it's like you do it very well, it's a very unique dynamic that I don't get to see often on this site. So I love Rarepie. I think that's the best ship.
Their relationship started when Rarity wanted, Pinky to be more than just her coke dealer.
Yeah.
Number 3, your interpretation of the Student 6 is both exactly in character and wildly different from canon at the same time. What's your approach to writing them, and how can I steal it?
That's a little thing called self-inserting. I write I write the Student 6 as like weird college students because when I started writing, I was a weird college student, and I still feel like a weird college student. And
Bro, same.
yeah, exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like I think when I try and make things in character, like when I really want to care about that, I think of a world where like they're allowed to say fuck. Like if Twilight Sparkle could say fuck, shit, piss, cock, ass, like any of that, like what would it sound like? And I think that's where a lot of my voice is like kind of like what if these cartoons could just like say whatever, while still being like, you know, having that kind of like cutesy tone. Um, so that's kind of my approach to it. And
Oh,
also I really like back and forth banter. Yeah.
basically, what would happen if Pinkie Pie just reached over to the top right corner, grabbed that Y7, and switched it around into, I don't know, 18?
Yeah, exactly. It's just they were letting loose a little bit. And so yeah. So with Student 6, it's like I really want to make my readers feel like they're like in a basement somewhere, like just a little bit too drunk, and
Well,
one of their friends has said something stupid, and they want to jump on that and make fun
yeah,
of them.
people do forget that they are a bunch of horny teenagers, so.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're just not showing that in the show. Let's just be real.
What is your favorite genre to write? To read?
To write, I really like shipping. I think it's a great intellectual exercise to be like, how are these two people going to kiss? Um, to read, like smut, like favorite, yeah, sure, like just like a good porn fic. But like I also I really like horror. I think that's also an equally therapeutic thing to read,
Okay,
in very different ways.
how do we how do we combine your two favorite things, horror and smut, into horror smut?
Oh, see, when that happens, it's like it's a lucky day for me. It's a second Christmas.
Oh wait, I know how, with Pencil's favorite thing, thing pone.
Oh, that's like the oh shit. I've seen. I have like an image in my mind. I can't quite describe it. It's like an orange little dude,
Little
and
dude, a
yeah,
silly little guy.
yeah. Okay. I'm on derpy right now. Yeah, I know Thing Pone. I have not read many Thing Pone fics, but
I mean,
they seem like a nice horse thing.
how how do you get into it while also being scared to fuck it while fucking it?
That's just you gotta take the leap.
Because to me it feels like one of those two feelings overrides the other, and there is no mixture.
Oh, you gotta learn to associate one with the other, so that when one is in full force, the other is right there with it.
Right. So every time I get a jump scare, I get an erection as well.
That's awesome. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. That's great. You'd be immune to any horror movie.
Oh no.
So does that mean all the
You'd
horror
be
games
more
that he could
affected
play
by
are
them.
just porn games for him?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about what the amnesia dude's like dick looked like?
I can't say I have, but now I'm intrigued by your ideas of what his dick might look like.
I feel like it's split and it's held together by some twine.
Oh, I imagine it like a dolphin cock, but like just like a little like tentacle ear.
So like bifurcated, but like
Yeah.
prehensile.
Yeah, just kind of like a weird like if you like melted gelato and then like froze it again and it like just made like a weird like conical thing with like folds and like it could move around on its own. I think that's it.
I don't like this mental image you've given me, but at the same time, I have it, and I can't stop thinking about it.
See, that's good. That's good. That's good storytelling.
That's good satire.
I'm just gonna
Next,
keep on drinking.
next questions are from Twinkletail, and the first one is: It's a late night, a Thursday. You've just settled down for the evening. A fine glass of Merlot in your hands,
Merlot.
or
Never mind. Just keep going. Just keep going.
a fine glass of Merlin in your hand, or another refreshing beverage if you don't enjoy alcohol. The gentle sound of rain pitter-pattering on the window soothes you into relaxing near slumber, a blanket carefully draped over your frame and adding to the coziness. Suddenly, your door is kicked down, and an angry orange dragon bursts into the room. Where is she? The dragon demands. I'll tear this house apart. Your eyebrows raise. Your Merlot, or Merlot replacement, spills onto the couch. That'll be a fun stain to work out, but that's something they'll have to wait. You try to respond, but the fury of the dragon catches a word in your throat. Just then, a bit of moveness on your blanket catches your eye. You glance down, noticing a pair of aquamarine eyes open from the bottom of the blanket. Don't tell her, she whispers, just loud enough for only you to hear. If I can hide for 5 more minutes, she has to wear the collar tonight. What do you do?
I'm not a narc, so I'm not telling her. I will die before I tell her.
And you can have your boner underneath that blanket.
Exactly. It's a perfect situation.
All right. Hey,
Oh, hold on. I have to use the washroom. I'll be right back in like 30 seconds.
Okay, let's not hear your pissing.
I'll put my mic sensitivity all the way up.
Yes, please bring the microphone with you. This is my fetish.
We want to hear that bacon sizzling. So, guys, what do?
Should we do early ad time then?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, Rav, Milk, and Flam.
How about you shut the fuck up?
Yes.
Okay. Ad over.
No, you.
we have a horse, of course, and you can help support the horse with hoof cleanings and food and hookers and blow, and ensure a good life at Red Wings Horse Sanctuary, because any money that's donated to us, it all goes to our horse, whose name is Lil Bit, and with a name like Lil Bit, he's packing a fat hog underneath that barrel, so if you want him to keep continuing on to live a long, fulfilling life like Big Mac did previously, rest in peace, praise be unto him, then
all right, I'm alive.
Then consider supporting us on Patreon or donating us directly through bits on Twitch and stuff like that. You know the drill.
The ad would be easier if we just pointed a gun at the people, right?
We are no longer asking.
I am no longer asking for your money.
Yeah, there's a life hack to getting free money at the bank. You just you swing your firearm along and they just give it to you.
Yeah. Ad over.
All right.
Alex, post the links. Thank you.
So next questions are from Pen and Paper, whose avatar Smug Aura mocks me. What is the biggest sin to you regarding writing of the Young Six?
Ooh, that's a good question. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink.
Are you drinking your piss?
Yep. Yeah, I was just in my wine bottle. The biggest sin to me regarding writing of the Young Six, I think, is like making Gallus being an orphan like his like whole thing. I've seen a lot of this, and it's like I feel like the fandom saw that he like didn't have parents, and then like everyone got a boner. Like everyone was just so horny to write about Gallus having issues because he didn't have parents. And like you my
Just
thing
like
is like
Scootaloo.
you can show that just like Scootaloo. They're so excited for Scootaloo too. And my thing is like you can make that a part of his character and conflict, but like you don't need. I think the sin is in like a big dramatic monologue about how like everyone leaves him and he like wishes he had parents and etc. And I think that's it's a really maudlin way to do drama, and I think that it can be done a lot better.
It just
Um,
means means he has the potential to be Batman.
Exactly. You can you can take it so many ways, and it doesn't need to be this big thing all the time, because often it isn't. Like often, if someone has like issues with parents, it shows in their behavior and like their wants and needs, but like it doesn't often coalesce into this whole like monologue. It's a monologue for me. It's a bad monologue.
I'm sorry, Silverstream. The reason I can't get a boner is because of my lack of parents.
Exactly. It's like holy shit. Stop. And I wish yeah, I wish it would stop. But I will read the fic anyway. If it's got the if it's got the student six, I'm reading it. You can be guaranteed of that. Every single student six fic I think I've read. Even the not so good ones. And I love them not equally, but like I do love them.
Number 2. When writing character emotions, how much do you tap into your own versus making something up to fit the specific challenges they're going through in your stories?
I think we've been over this, but like I think making something up is never the way to go. I think if you're not moved by your own story, you can't really be expected to have someone else be moved by that. So it's got to be a little bit personal.
If you can't get
Yeah.
if you can't get a chub from your own smut, then no one else is gonna.
Exactly.
Number 2
You're
again.
You're not wrong.
Number 2 again. The sequel to 2.
Oh shit, 2.
When are we gonna get physical collection of your stories?
Once I finish Neverseen in a million years, I think I would love to have that in print, and then I guess I'd have like a companion thing with everything else I've written. Assuming Hasbro doesn't like enforce their secret police on me and like kill me.
Number 4. Tell your BF he's a skank and I love him.
Mr. Cam Drawings on Twitter, Grand Camwitch on Twitter for NSFW art. You're a skank, and Pen and Paper loves you.
You know, when I first read that, I misread that as tell your BF he's a shark and I love him. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
Like a pool shark?
I don't know. He bites you or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You ever wonder what I taste like? I can help you find out. He's thinking it's a kiss, but you're thinking of taking a giant bite into his leg.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we got questions from Parker, whose smug aura also infuriates me. What is a story that changed your life?
Ooh.
And why is it my Clop stories? Specifically my Clop stories.
What's a story that changed my life? Oh, you know what? I think honestly, fuck. It's very funny that I can't remember the title because it did change my life. Seeing the heat around past sins, the Knicks story take off back in like 2012, seeing that the like way that everyone was like feral for that in like both like a negative way and like really positive way, it made me realize like the impact that like written words have on people. And I think that was a valuable life lesson for me down along the line.
You know, the time of Knicks is over. It is now the time of dicks.
Good old Dix.
Does anyone else here know about Dix? There's an actual character named Dix.
I have never heard this.
Y'all never heard?
I know about this. I'm familiar with it.
You're familiar with Dix?
Is
I'm
it
very
like,
familiar with Dix. In fact, I love Dix.
Is it like DIX or something, or
D
like
Y
It's
D Y X.
DYX.
Wait, what's DYX?
Dix.
Dix. It's just Nyx, but like Daybreaker mode, you know?
Oh, I thought we were
But like
talking
a
about
different
cock.
person. No. No, we can talk about cock later though. Oh hell yeah.
So big blue vein down the top of it, yay or nay?
Yes. It's gotta be angry or else I can't get it up.
Number 2. What has been your favorite MLP fandom moment?
I caught the season 2 finale on a live stream once. On what's the fucking the website with it's like a black background, like the chat.
Mega. Mega.
Might have been Mega. It was like pony related. It had like different rooms. Like there was like the Pinkie Pie room, etc. Like there was like it was like Brony State or something like that. I caught the season 2 finale live with a bunch of people online once, and that was a great memory. Like seeing all the commercials and stuff.
Gak.
Yeah, Gak, good old Gak. That was season what, like 3, right? 3-1. Oh, yeah. Those live streams are definitely my favorite fandom memories.
Number 3. Name 3 of your favorite MLP songs. Hard mode. They can't be episodes with musical numbers.
Oh fuck. I'm not doing hard mode. Because that's a little hard. 3 favorite MLP episodes. Magical Mystery here. Twilight's Kingdom Part 1, and then Best Night Ever. I think that's a very standard, like conventional answer, but it's true.
I'm pretty sure your favorite episode was the one where it took Applejack 5 hours to feed pigs.
I love that episode.
I hated that episode.
Wait. That's also the one where she like fixes plumbing in like the spa, right? I like that episode. I thought it's kind of fucking boring, but it's like I'd rather be bored with like my best friends than bored by like a really bad cartoon. I mean, bad like show. I don't know. It was bored in like a comfy way. It was like it gave me the feeling of like sitting around and like wanting to do something like in the middle of summer, but like not really having the motivation to.
I kind of half expected those pigs to get like so hungry that they just jumped the fence and just ganged up around Twilight and Spike and ate them.
That would have been the realistic version.
Did y'all know that pigs are actually like capable of killing humans? Apparently, a pig in medieval times killed a child and was put on trial.
What?
Yeah, this actually happened.
A trial? What
Yeah.
trial? Why didn't they just kill it?
They did. They found it guilty of murder and executed the pig. But like for future, oh yeah, that's right. They hung it. But yeah, if you want to get rid of a dead body, they'll also eat all of the parts.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, yeah.
Number 4. Knife to number 15. Knife to throat, and I've you to pick Drussy or Yakusi.
Drussy. I think Yakusi is like you can't do shrooms too often, you know? Like it's like you can't be tripping 24/7. So I think that's like a twice in a year thing, but Drussy is like an everyday thing, you know?
When you said you can't do shrooms, you had me thinking, what, is she so dirty that fungi is growing off of her?
Yes.
I mean, you know, gets wild out there.
Yeah, canonically, there's multiple times it showed her with stink lines, and she's proud of her stink.
It's possible. You've given me another story idea.
What's the story idea?
Just like pussy mushrooms.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Excuse
But like
me?
in a good way.
How? Oh
Well,
boy,
I haven't
shiitakes!
figured it out yet, but like it'll happen.
I love shiitakes.
No, this is so bad. Like immediately, the second I heard pussy mushrooms, I just fucking died for a second. I need somebody to explain how this could be in any way good.
Like, does the mushroom have a pussy, or does eating the mushroom do something to the pussy?
No, the mushroom's like in the pussy.
Oh,
Yona, why
Yeah,
do you have
like
two
you're
clits?
yeah, like you're going down on the person with the pussy mushroom, and you just find this fucking mushroom
like
growing.
you spread the lips, and it's literally just like a fungal thing.
It's just there.
All I'm getting is a vision of a really old hentai of this Fuda chick, and she ends up pulling this dick out of her pussy. Is fucking weird.
Wait,
Well,
what?
like a-
I
like a
think I
clown?
know. I think I
That
know
was a
what you're
thing.
talking about.
I don't remember what it was called because I saw this like 10 years ago or more. And I'm just like, the fuck is this shit? I'd never seen it. It's like watching a train wreck. You can't really look away, and your brain's just like, how the fuck does this work?
I think I remember which one it was. It was like where they were standing there, all of a sudden they spread their lips, and all of a sudden a dick just fucking forms out of nowhere.
Oh no. It didn't just form. She coerced it out.
She's like
Yeah.
whisper to it.
No, like fingering kind of coerced it out. Kind of like as if the pussy was a sheath and the dick was just in there.
When you say coax it out, I'm all thinking like a snake charmer. Or?
She forced it out at
that would have been
gunpoint.
funnier. That would have been funnier. But no, it was one of those. I can't say the word really, but RAPE.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Number 5. Box wine or cheap beer?
I love cheap beer. I have a lot of nostalgia for just like a cold Budweiser, and it like tastes like shit, but it's a good time. But you can get way more fucked up on box wine, so I'm gonna go with box wine.
Yes.
It's way more economical.
I can't believe they made wine from freshly squeezed boxes.
I know, it's crazy. Science has gone so far.
It's gone too far, you might say.
I think we should go further.
So, Rav, these are your questions. Do you want to take over for your questions?
No, I think I'll suffer through you reading them.
I kind of want to get a drink of water. I've been talking for a while.
I think I'd rather torture you.
Oh, we're doing this now? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. In that case, I will gladly take that. So, and you're sure you don't want to read your own questions?
Why are you cocking the gun? You don't need to coerce him.
I'm sure. I want to see somebody else suffer through my questions.
What did you put in this shit? Okay.
It's just standard.
Oh, it's your standard loadout. Gotcha.
He laced my shit.
Shut the fuck up. Fucking all right. Rav's questions. Number 1. What's a question you wish people would ask you?
I have no questions that I wish people would ask me.
People are always saying howdy, but they never say how ya.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Yeah, so people don't ask me how I am. I'd rather ask why I am.
That's good. I do wish people would ask me that.
Definitely. All right. Number 2, if you were the protagonist of a displaced fic, what would it be about, and who would you be unlucky enough to be?
So displaced, I'm not getting hit by a truck, right? Like I'm just like waking up somewhere.
You pick your poison that you're in Equestria somehow by your own machinations.
Gotcha.
Displaced is actually where you wake up in Equestria as a different fictional character from another franchise.
Because maybe you were wearing a costume or you were pretending to be them in real life or some shit. Like the classic one is like, you know, I dressed up as Master Chief at Comic-Con and then lightning struck me and now I'm actually Master Chief in Equestria.
I would love to wear a Twilight Sparkle cosplay, get displaced, wake up as a like fucked up Alicorn because like I didn't put on the costume right, and then have to hide my wings. I'm a big fan of the ones where they have to like run a coffee shop. Not they have to, but like they just do. I like that shit.
I think you misunderstand the question.
Wait, what would be about who would be unlucky to be? I thought was
yeah.
shit.
Who would you be unlucky enough to be?
Oh shit.
Who would you hate to be trapped in Equestria as?
Oh fuck. I'm definitely like Spike. And anywhere I am, it's just like such a bad time.
Oh dude, I almost had a spit take. What the fuck?
I'd be Spike and I'd be forced to like I don't even know, just to be Spike and I'd hate it.
Look at the bright side. If you hold out for a couple of years, you'll turn into a Chad.
Not oh God, he doesn't even look good then. Just I'm Spike and I'm like in the tundra. Like there's like no one around. Because I think anywhere in Equestria would be I'd make the most of it. I'd have to be isolated, just like as Spike, like knowing that I am Spike and I have to like camp out by myself. That would suck.
I mean,
I'm like in the crystal winter.
Or once you get your wings, you can tease Scootaloo about it and wait till she offs you in your sleep.
I could do that. Yeah, that's a good like suicide by Scootaloo.
Well, that's a phrase I didn't think I would hear in a while.
Scootaloo.
Suicide by Scootaloo. I need that shit framed.
Scooticide.
Oh, that'd be a good band name.
It's like Link in Ocarina of Time. The chickens kill you eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3. If you or your SO could be any size at all, such as a Lady Demi Domi Mommy or a Renamon-esque kaiju, what would your dynamic look like?
I'm making myself 7 feet tall, like just because I want to be, and my SO would be. Have you played Bloodborne? You know the size of Vicar Amelia, like exactly that. Yeah, I think that'd be a great time, and the dynamic would change every day. It'd be fun.
Keep things really interesting, I see.
Yeah, it'd be a good time.
What you got to do also is go into public with those different dynamics every time and then deny the existence of the previous dynamics.
Yeah.
Every time someone questions it that you see on a regular basis.
It's like, oh, you're just like ordering around on a leash yesterday. What happened? I'm like in like a harness and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I wouldn't ever put myself in a leash. The hell's your problem? Exactly. Number 4. Have you ever released a foot fetish porn video? And if so, where can your fans find it?
I've thought about it, but like my feet honestly don't really look too good. My toes are not very like elegantly shaped. So it's nowhere. I think until I get the money for foot surgery, my fans are going to have to hold out on that.
People are really into that.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be fucking awesome. Do you know how much money I'd be making if I had good feet? Holy shit.
Oh, absolutely. But some people are probably also into meh feet as well. I mean, I feel the same way as you do about my feet. So it makes me wonder.
Like if like the personality matters more than the feet. Like maybe I could combine like ASMR with like
just put googly eyes on your feet and put it as a personality. Just talk over it like a puppet.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
This fic was written by my feet.
Oh.
Yeah, just mask your voice and just say sexy things as if the foot is talking. I don't know, someone is probably into it.
You've given me new license on different business opportunities I could go down.
Flam's business advice. I don't even charge for it because if I did and it failed, I'd be sued. So there you go.
Just put it in your like waiver that like you don't guarantee that anyone's gonna make money.
It's free advice. I didn't say it's good advice.
Exactly.
Little Caesar's advice. It's hot and it's ready. I don't guarantee it's good. Number 5. Do you write or read snuffles, i.e., gore clop for cute ponies?
I do not. I know the existence of snuffles. I haven't seen them in a while. I feel like that's
Yeah.
like a relic.
They disappeared. Thankfully.
Weren't most of them written out of spite, anyways? Like,
yeah,
if I remember correctly. So it's like I think once that spite wore off,
I feel like it was like supposed to be like a funny thing, and then like one guy got like way too carried away, and like people got like kind of like weirded out, and then it just kind of died it off.
Ed, your stories are getting weird. Literally. Ooh, excellent question. Favorite MILF?
Twilight Velvet.
Oh,
fucking Twilight's
Good
mom.
choice.
Yeah, yeah,
Classic.
she's great. She's a bombshell.
Classic example.
Nightlight.
Nightlight plowing that shit every night.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh fuck, Nightlight too. Holy shit.
How do they not have more kids?
I know.
Just by contraceptives aside, just by sheer probabilities alone, with how he's probably getting it on with her.
I want to remind you, the early days of the fandom, people were thinking that Trixie was the third sibling.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, that was actually some interesting headcanon. It's a shame it didn't last.
Oh, I miss Twixie. Twixie died. It was annihilated by Starlight Glimmer.
Yeah, God, that was prevalent for a while. Shit.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
Christ, I'm old.
I know.
Right. 7, favorite princess from MLP. Okay, so sort of the same question as last, but slightly different.
That would have to be Princess Celestia, because I'm an imperialist, and I read Exchange at a very young age, and it had an influence on me.
You know what? That's fair. I'll allow it.
Kind of a weird way to mispronounce Luna.
You know what? I will accept that Luna might be objectively the better princess, but like my favorite princess, Celestia. I love her. She's my mom.
We know. We go on.
She is. Whenever I think of like motherhood in MLP, I think of her. Like she is like the embodiment of motherly things, despite not being one herself.
Yeah, she's the best.
I mean, that's probably why she, in more Ludwig, she's given the Dommy Mommy personality. I mean, let's be 100% real here. Plus, she's the one that canonically eats all the cake. Where do you think that shit goes?
Yeah. I just had a thought. She's like, what if she's thousands of years old and doesn't know what sex is?
That's cute.
I thought there was a fic like that.
There are fics like that. I read.
Yeah, it's just recently. Like what it, like it's like a fucking. Have you ever? It's like Anon. Have you heard of this thing called sex? Two people coming together in the throes of passion. Like it seemed I've never heard of this before. Like, have you? And then it's just like, well, I could show you, and I'm pretty sure that's been done before. I'm almost positive, and if it hasn't, I'd be very surprised.
Those two ponies over there seem to be trying to do a leapfrog thing, except the stallion just can't seem to get over her.
Exactly. All right, so number 8, favorite object pony: soda pone, pizza pone, snack pone, thing pone, etc.
You know, I've never seen a pizza pone that hasn't made me smile. I love pizza pone.
That's fair.
Is she always fresh, or does she have like an expiration date?
She doesn't have an expiration date. I think she like goes between like fresh and like second day pizza, but like second day pizza is still amazing. So she's always amazing.
Pizza pone is the only pone that if you spread her legs, you'd be thrilled to find cheese.
Yes.
I'm sorry, everyone, for needing to listen to that.
That's a bad thought. Why would you have such a thought?
That'd be awesome. Using your pussy like a fondue pot.
When Thing Pone says to eat her pussy, and she meant something completely different. Jesus Christ, I love that. Someone needs to write that.
I'm just trying to imagine the Pizza Hut commercial of the family just sitting around eating from her pussy.
It's like a mix between the girl you eat sushi off of and actually like eating between legs. Fun for the whole family.
At Pizza Hut.
Come to Pizza Hut. Thing Pone Enterprises.
I don't like this. I don't like any of these thoughts you've put in my head. Please stop.
You're welcome. Brilliant. All right. 9. Since bats are a superior pony, how many add-ons must we suck dry? Because that's relevant.
All of them.
Understood.
Any and all of them.
I always saw them more as fruit bats than vampire bats.
That's how I canonically write them. I canonically write them as fruit bats, but they because of their sharp teeth, meat is a delicacy and it's very specific types.
So they're all gay for you then?
Yes, that's correct.
Nice.
It's Flam on the dinner table while the Pizza Hut family is just around him.
What? No.
And they're all fruit bats.
Fuck.
Oh god.
9. Oh, we already read that. 10. Why is Spike the worst and everyone that likes him wrong?
Spike is interesting. Spike's like the fandom's little brother, I think. Spike is the worst. Spike is the worst. Fuck Spike. And I feel like a lot of people like him out of spite. Like, not because he's like, there's any redeeming things in Spike, but because liking Spike means liking the underdog. And I think that that's the wrong way to go about it. You should hate Spike, but if someone's mean to Spike, if someone outside of the fandom who like is trying to roast bronies hates Spike, you defend Spike to the death. You die for Spike. I would die for Spike. But when I'm around Spike, if I was looking at Spike right now, I'd be flipping him off. Fuck Spike. He sucks.
I feel sort of the same way, but
Yeah.
it's more in the sense of I think the fandom itself can write him more convincingly than the show ever has.
Yeah. I think the best way that Spike has been used is like as like something for Twilight to like something to snark at Twilight when she's being fucking crazy. And it's rarely just him in Twilight, so he doesn't get to shine too much. He's usually just an asshole. But a lot of the times when Spike's an asshole, it's like the worst. I hate Spike. But like Spike, as a person, I love Spike. But I will never say that. I hate Spike. Fuck Spike.
Oh, the contradictions.
Right.
I love Spike, but I hate Spike.
Exactly. That's
real siblings will understand.
Exactly.
11. If you could start an interstellar war between any two factions from any universe or universities, who would they be and why?
Ooh.
Just who's assassinating who's Franz Ferdinand and
I would love to pit can I choose like all of the Void from Warhammer against
Which Warhammer? Fantasy Warhammer or 40K?
I believe 40K. The ones that like just like no, not the pit, sorry. Who are the bug dudes?
The Xenos.
Tyranids,
yeah.
Tyranids.
Yeah.
I would want to see the Tyranids against the Zerg from StarCraft because I don't know who came first. I think it was the Tyranids, but I wonder who would win.
I think it was the Zerg actually. Tyranids are more recent thing than you think.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I can just hear the Space Marines screaming apothecaries.
Me, who's never been involved in Warhammer ever. Yeah, I know some of these words.
So many memes you're missing out on.
All Flam knows is that orc technology works because it works.
All I know is your mom sucked me good and hard through my jorts.
Specifically jorts.
Yes. And if you insult my jorts, I'm gonna take you over to my jouch.
But do you have a bouch?
Yes, and I'm gonna fuck you in the jass.
I wonder we can rhyme with gooch.
The pooch.
Right. Ooh, slightly related to previous topics, if dick cheese could be blocked and sliced for sandwiches, how much vaginal marinara would we need to spread on our avocado toast to make a fuck trophy? A flushed consolation prize is acceptable too.
Just like an even 50-50 amount, I think.
That's fair enough. You made it through that, and let's see. Ooh, there's some actual some actual other questions. 13. Which pony outside of the Student 6 is better than the Student 6?
Starlight Glimmer.
Oh?
I love Starlight. I think she's funny. She's hilarious. I like a good redeemed villain, and I don't know. I like her. I like her.
She's had some of the best facial expressions other than Rainbow Dash. I'll
Oh,
admit that.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. She's, I love the Student 6 so much, but I couldn't trade. You know what? Also, Twilight Sparkle. I'll say that's the safer answer. Is like, I will never disrespect our main character.
I mean, I'll be real. When the Student 6 was introduced, it took me like 1.5 seasons to remember their names because I didn't think they had fleshed out personalities at all that made them unique.
Oh, that's valid. That's a fair thing to think. I think they had a lot of potential, and that's why I write them.
All
Yeah, no,
Celis had at the
absolutely.
beginning. All Celis had in the beginning was she was shy. Smolder was that she was a jerk. Gallus was that he was a jerk. Sandbar was plain toast.
I felt that's part of why I felt bad for them, because it's like you look at like Rarity in like season 1. Actually, Rarity's pretty good in season 1. You can look at like Fluttershy in season 1, and you compare her to her like anywhere else down the line. She's like, there's so much growth that could have been had that, given time, like would have happened for the Student 6. And I like thinking about that and writing it.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree. So, and finally, you're trapped in a room with 10,000 dicks. How many are you choking on?
Oh shit. I could get through a good like 900 before I'd be like trying to tap out, and then it'd be another 100 before I like died.
It just doesn't specify the size of these dicks.
Shit. Well, I'm assuming they're all at least 4 to 5 inches plus. I'll expect some good old footlongs, occasionally, but not all of them. I was imagining like average size dicks.
That's fair. That's fair. But all right. Honesty is a virtue. All right, Enigma, take it away.
All right, so Alex has made these, so I will do it in his native tongue,
Just refresh.
Cockney.
I think that just refresh. Press F5
No,
once.
no, I see it. No, I see it. I'm just saying. I will read this in his native tongue, known as Cockney.
Oh no.
Oi, you ever heard of Weird Dreams recently?
For fuck's sake.
I had a dream that I was on Discord with like one of my friends, and I've never heard her voice before, but she just was Brenda Song of Disney Channel fame, and
Okay.
I didn't find anything wrong with that. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, that was just Brenda Song. That was not my friend at all.
Were you watching Amphibia when you fell asleep?
No, I have been watching Amphibia though, so it's definitely related.
Okay, and so I'm guessing you've also been watching Owl House, and if so, you and I are on the same wavelength again.
Yeah, I'm completely caught up on Owl House.
My man. Okay, Cockney number 2. Any thoughts on Gen 5?
That wasn't bad. I like Gen 5. I think Gen 5 is like definitely playing to like a much younger age demographic, and I think there are a lot of people who are like upset with that, but I don't mind. Like I am willing to watch a show that's like very explicitly for little girls. I love Barbie Princess Charm School. I think that's a great movie, and so I'm down to watch shows for a younger audience, and I'm down that for Gen. I'm glad I'm drunk. Gen 5 appears to me to be aiming for a bit of like a more like kids show kind of tone, as opposed to, you know, season 9 MLP, where they were like basically completely aware that at least like a good 40 to 50% of their audience were adults. So with Gen 5, I think the characters are really cute. I really like the movie, like the first movie, and the specials have been pretty decent. I don't know if I'm sticking with it all the way. I'm waiting for the show. I'm excited for the show. I'll say that. I like Gen 5. I like Pip. I think she's really cute. I'm always down for a good Zoomer pony.
You mean
Yeah.
an Insta-thought?
Mhm.
You know,
No cap on God on God.
No cap, for real.
I'm
Oh God!
I'm pretty sure
no.
she posts hoof pictures on her horse Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. She makes so much money.
Number 3. What is the best filling for a sandwich?
Ooh, what's a good sandwich? I had I like a good meatball sub. I'll say meatballs, marinara sauce.
Okay, so you like your meatball submissive.
Yeah, damn fucking right.
I didn't say a meatball sub. I said meatball subbed. There's a difference.
A meatball dub?
You just like your meatballs covered in marinara.
But this implies that there's also a meatball top.
I mean, you're topping the bread with the meatball, so
I mean, you put cheese on yours, right?
Yeah.
Number 4. If you were reincarnated in Equestria, what species would you want to be?
you did not sound Cockney at all. You sounded like fucking like a 60-year-old dude from the south.
My answer would be reincarnated in question. What species would I want to be? The hippogriffs have great weather out in Mount Eris. It's like beach time always. So I'm down
Yeah,
for that. I don't care if I get, you know.
and if you're a hippogriff, you have a choice between 2 penises.
Yes. That's awesome.
You can have weird pony penis or weird fish penis.
My penis is weird anyway, so it's like it won't be much of a change.
Number 5. Tell me a funny joke.
I can't. I'm bad under pressure.
Here's my biography. Just read that back to me. There's your joke. We got questions from Vylon now. You know, it's time for questions with Vylon. Teehee.
Oh my God! I hope Pencil heard that.
Yeah. Low effort too. So
Honestly, it worked. That took me a second. I was like, what?
so Vylon asks, "How is your belly button today?"
It's great. It's washed and it's ready for whatever.
For whatever? What is whatever?
Just anything, you know?
What are you prepping for?
You have to be prepared at all times.
What eventualities are you prepping for?
Just anything from anything. Just...
What's moose stuff?
What?
What's moose stuff?
I don't know.
All right, and that was all from Vylon. Next questions are from Icehammer82, and they ask, "When will you write more Ocellus?"
Probably the next thing I come out with will have Ocellus. So, when? Who knows? Hopefully by the end of this month.
We're holding that to. Well, we're holding that for you.
Thank
to
you.
You okay?
I appear to be having a seizure. No, not really. Don't nobody.
Do you need a bondulance?
A botulus. No, I don't need a botulism. And that's all the questions so far. So
Sweet.
we can fuck around and ask whatever questions we now. The leash is
anything
off,
Was
gentlemen.
there anything else in the chat?
Well, what chat? I have not been watching. Who's
There,
been
there
watching
was
the chat?
there was just one question so far, and then how big is Semillion's penis?
Oh,
My penis
Well-
is 5 inches. That's it.
Straight to the point.
across or direct?
Across.
Across, I am not sure.
But what is it? What does direct mean? 5 inches of direct?
Forward, directly forward.
With respect to what?
Projection.
Does it have a +5 attribute on it?
What's the length of the shadow it casts at high noon? Can you use it as a sundial?
Does it have bleed effect?
Yeah.
Can
I
you,
think that was it for the chat questions.
God.
can you place it face down?
Only in defense mode, right?
When Yugi be like, I'm gonna put you in the face down position.
I dueled Isis into submission.
Okay, and then, what's it? Alex went and got us another questions from earlier. It's what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, I'd suck like 3 dicks.
Like 3, so is that exactly 3, or would you be
Like more or less 3 dicks, like depending.
So like 3.5,
Yeah.
but no more than 3.99 because once you hit 4, that's too many.
We need
I think my dick cap for a Klondike bar, I think, would be like 16.
All right, slow down. I feel like we need a mathematician here to figure out the amount of dicks that need to be sucked.
No, we don't. He literally just said. Though, with the lack of a whole number, I'm wondering, would you be in the middle of a 4th dick? But then you'd be like, I don't need to do this. I have the Klondike bar. What am I doing? And then you just leave.
Yeah, that's definitely how it would go. I'd get lazy at some point.
All right, so since we have a lot of time, let's snowball with your Ocellus and Smolder ideas, and you're writing a story, right, about those.
Now.
You're writing a story about those two, right?
Sure, yeah.
And a Klondike bar is introduced into the mix. What happens, Yugi?
Oh, it's getting crushed in someone's pussy, and then someone's eating it out.
Okay, that's not where I expected this, but by all means, continue.
That's it. That's the action of the story. The ending happens when I do like a cut, and then Smolder's like, I have a fucking yeast infection, and Ocellus is like, I don't care.
Don't care. Damn, I thought Ocellus was supposed to be the nice one of the group.
She's nice when it matters.
Like,
Wait,
your trick gave me a yeast infection, you goddamn bug. Yeah, shit happens, I guess.
Yeah, she just lights a cigarette.
Yeah, like, fuck you want me to do about it now?
Jack, if you trade, we got a couple questions coming in.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
They're on the teleprompter. Read them out, Flam.
What's the teleprompter?
What do you think?
It's behind the counter. We do this all the time. I'm just gonna post the questions and you're gonna read them, fam.
We call that the teleprompter. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Okay. There we go. So, oh yeah, DSMN _ 37 asks, what size dem balls?
I think proportionally my balls are pretty big, but like compared to other people's, not so much.
Chad is weirdly like horny tonight because this is the most I've asked about a dick.
I think they're just like, because if anyone dedicates this much time to like fleshing out the Student 6 more than Hasbro ever could, they have to be packing some shit. So that's my only thought.
So how big are Ocellus' balls?
Huge. I think most changeling dicks would be like pretty big.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, so they're getting it on. We hear a pop, and the Ocellus just falls over to the side with a stiff, and she's dead.
No, I'd bring her back.
I mean, of course she has huge nuts. Remember when she was with everyone facing down Cozy Glow, and she told her, "You gonna cry, piss your pants, shit and cum," like before
Remember?
she fell into Tartarus.
Do you remember when she put some dirt in her eye?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ocellus was wearing the black suit. She got out of that store and she was doing the dance, a disco dance. And then she told her landlord, "I'll give you your money when you fix this damn door."
Yeah, remember that time? Remember that time Ocellus called Yona a slur? Damn, that was the most based I've ever heard her be. Like, she's got balls. What? We're just admiring the fact that Ocellus, like Semillion said, has balls and shaft apparently. All this stuff is canon. You remember those episodes?
Yeah, you remember that episode where she got all of them pregnant?
Shit, you're right.
I love that one.
Wasn't? Anyway. I was gonna launch into another weird thing, but I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I don't think I know what I'm on about. Yeah. So Jack of a Few Trades asks, what's the best scene you've ever written?
What's the best scene I've ever written? That's a great question. What the fuck? Let me look at my stories. Oh, there's a part in one of my stories where Ocellus convinces Gallus to dip his balls in soy sauce to see if he can taste soy sauce.
What are you writing?
Did you not? Do you not remember when that thing was going around that like there were taste buds in your balls?
Yes, I remember when this went around 4chan for a while, and it was hilarious that people believed it.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, that's absolutely something that they would do. So I had Ocellus convince Gallus to dip his balls into soy sauce, and then I had Smolder walk in on them, and that was a good scene. I think that's it was a really memorable scene for those who read it, and I remember writing that. So that's currently my favorite scene.
A man dipped his balls in soy sauce. This is what happened to his brain.
Christ. So that's the top of your list.
Definitely, for sure, yeah.
I love it. Unfathomably based. Jack of a Few Trades also asks, does your cock hang low? Does it wobble to and fro?
It does not hang low, but it does curve to the left.
Yeah, that's what I say when people ask me how's it hanging.
I thought that's what it meant.
Does it? All
right. So I'm guessing the well is now dry.
Do we?
We got a little more time.
Holy shit.
People want to know more. All right. Oh boy. Muggs asked, if you were hired to kill me, how much would you do it for and how would you do it?
Ooh, my like murder rate I think is like 50K, and how I would do it would be I think I'd like jump you in an alley. I'd just do like the old baseball bat around the corner trick.
Just like clock him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. Good shit. Would it be a wooden or metal baseball bat?
It'd be metal. I don't hear about metal breaking like bending too often, so it'd definitely be metal.
Oh, it'll bend depending on how hard you hit him. It just won't shatter like wood might.
Yeah. I'd be worried about the wood shattering more than I would the metal getting fucked up.
You know, that's fair. So let's see. Jack also asks, approximately how much force would it need for you? Would it need to? Can I not read? How much force would it take for Yona to shatter Sandbar's pelvis?
Like for her, like an average amount. Like if she was like sitting, if she like jumped up and like hopped onto a couch, like that much force would shatter Sandbar's pelvis. But I think it'd be worth it.
I always forget that Sandbar and Yona are a thing.
They're not like they like wrote it off in the episode. It's like, oh, they're just friends.
But they live
So-
together. At the end, it shows them in the
Oh,
same
yeah.
household.
I don't know. They're at like work or whatever. There are ways to write around that.
They're just
They're just-
they're just really good friends.
They were they're roommates.
The best of roommates.
They were buried holding hands. They were best friends.
They've even got a third roommate.
I see what you did there.
I
I
saw-
heard what you did there.
I deny to see what was happened there.
Yeah, you know what you
You
did,
would.
or rather didn't do. So yeah, but fucking Yona be like, Yak's best cock riders, and then just fucking just obliterate him.
Yeah, yeah, but she wouldn't be wrong.
I
They-
mean,
the
Yak's thickest ass.
The
Yes.
yaks don't like to bathe though. So if they keep going at it and she just doesn't bathe,
It'd be great.
Hmm.
she's got
Pardon.
the.
I didn't like where this line of thought was going. Now the answer's even worse.
Christ's sake. Well, I think we've answered that, and with that, I think we've exhausted all the questions. So perhaps it is time then. Enigma, would you like to read us out?
Hi, we were the Barcast. I was Enigma. Flam.
You're supposed to do the
Why-
readout Enigma.
Why would I answer? Why would I answer you? Why would I answer as you?
No, we're going in order.
You said you. I thought you
Yeah.
were supposed to call my name.
I did.
Oh
say your name.
God! I can't say that on Twitch.
How,
Oh, God, I
how
want to call
about
you
how
some shit.
about you just say the how about you just do the readout, Flam, and then that way we're not sitting here with this dumpster fire of an Enigma.
Milk, you may be spitting. So,
I'm spitting facts.
so everyone, thank you very much for joining us. That was the end of the questions. This has been the Barcast. Your bartenders for this evening have been Enigma, who did a
Sorry.
great job today.
Sorry for what?
There's Milk,
I don't know what he's sorry for, but I like this.
Rav.
Enigma being sorry for anything is a change.
There was me. I am Flammenwerfer. Daddy told us not to be ashamed of our dicks.
He got it. He got it.
And this was our lovely guest,
Semillion.
Semillion. Excuse me, I wasn't there for that.
I literally told you at the start of the show.
Look, Matt. Allow me to explain how this works. And while we do that, we were the Barcast. Enjoy your Saturday. Those in the States, stay safe. Don't blow your hands off with fireworks. Have a good night.
Have a night.